welcome to another episode of Artworks After Hours. I'm Nayette,
And I'm Tish.
and today we're going to be talking about our 2026 artist resolutions, our artist resolutions. So,
Yup.
to kick it off, Tish, you want me to go first, or you?
Sure, you can go first.
All right, we have written down something we wanted to accomplish for the new year. So, first thing on my list was create more for me, and what I mean by that is just create for fun for myself. Like, I think in order for me to create nowadays, I need to put it to somebody else's. It has to be done for somebody else, or like I'm creating a logo for somebody, or I'm drawing this for somebody. I'm sketching this for some other person. I'm creating a concept or doing a concept for, like I'm rebuilding stuff for somebody just based off an idea I had that I didn't present to them yet. I think I just want to create more fun things for me, like create more for me, like actually get back into sketching just for the fun of it all.
Yeah. And I think that goes along with like having your priorities, like your main job being kind of your art, or like kind of
Mhm.
rewiring your brain to think
Mhm.
like my first job is my art, and then
Mhm.
everything else is secondary, or
Yeah.
everything else is like side hustles.
In a way, yes, yes.
And I think it's difficult to rewire that and be like, I don't know, just think that everything else is the priority, since it has, I guess, much more pressure because there's other people that factor into it. So
Mhm.
it's easy to wire your brain to think, no, that is the priority. Yeah.
I get you.
Does
No,
that make any
that
sense?
makes I'm feeling I'm
Even
understanding
though
it.
there's some things that can be used for both, like some things can be used for yourself and to create something for somebody else.
Mhm.
But some things are hard. Like if you're creating art solely for just somebody else, or like,
Yeah.
yeah, it can be hard to use it just for you, or like to have that time.
Mhm. And I'm also like learning and not applying what I've learned to doing something fun. It's like I'll learn, or because I'm still supposed to be understanding and learning Procreate, but I haven't done anything fun with Procreate besides sketching, trying to figure out the different layout instead of actually like creating something
Didn't you make
at
the
the end of it.
toast?
I made the toast on Photoshop.
Oh, never mind. I mean, I feel like if you're using Photoshop, it's kind of like Procreate, right? Like, what
Yeah,
is the point of learning Procreate
I think it's so I can
if
bring
you
my
know how to
iPad.
use Photoshop more?
It's
I
more
guess it's true.
accessible. I just want to learn like another program. It's more accessible. So if I wanted to teach uh, somebody like on like that app, I it's only $12, and that's like end cost. And it's
Yeah,
more
that's
like I can
crazy.
bring my iPad more than my laptop more places since it's like smaller. So I think it's just condensing. So yeah, but I like Procreate. I just need to going back to the create more for me. I just need to create something that I actually want to create instead of like sketching and doing it just because I'm learning something. I should apply what I've learned to something I actually want to create. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And
But
maybe
yeah.
even like challenging yourself to create on Procreate,
Mhm.
like something that you have to do for somebody else.
Mhm. Which I was gonna do for the pod, but I'm like, I know Photoshop better. I know it better.
Yeah. But I guess challenging yourself to do it on there would help you to learn more Procreate faster.
Mhm.
But it is difficult. It's frustrating to get started on to work on a software you're not really used to.
So frustrating, especially since like it's more pared down than Photoshop. It's more it's less, it's literally just drawing. Like it's not just drawing, but it's more streamlined than Photoshop. It's also a learning curve for me since I've been using Photoshop for like 10 years at this point. It's just hard to like go from that to a whole different program. It's always hard to start over with any new program for me.
It is difficult.
But yeah,
But I do find that if you know Photoshop, it's easier to maneuver other programs.
I would have thought.
Right?
I thought. I mean,
Question mark?
it
No?
is easier to like maneuver, but I don't have all my things. I like having all my
Yeah.
things, and I don't know where all my things are in Procreate yet. But I plan to get there. But yeah, that's one of my New Year's goals is to create more for me. actually create more for me. No deadline, anything. No, I don't have to finish this for something that I promised I was gonna do. None of that. Just create more for me, because I think in turn that will help me be a better artist when I do create for other things and
Yeah.
people besides myself. All right, Tish, what about yours? What's up on your list?
Number one, we were talking about this basically like 2 seconds ago.
Mhm.
However,
It wasn't on the
but
pod, so it
my
doesn't count.
first one is to not think I'm a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
And what I mean by that is that I don't know why I do this to myself, but I feel like I can function like, like a regular human being with barely any, like 2 hours of sleep and
Mm-hmm.
like creating all these different projects and getting them done in one night. And I think I have to learn that I'm not literally like, I'm not Superwoman.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that. I actually need 8 hours of sleep, or I need at
Absolutely.
least like a functional
Mm-hmm.
amount. And I think like I just need to realize like I'm still human at the end of the day, and so therefore I need to take care of my body. And I
Mm-hmm.
also get migraines super easily. So I just get stuck in these cycles where I stay up super, super late. And I'm talking like ungodly hours. You know what I
Ungodly
mean? Like
hours.
I'm talking like
When the sun rises, you're still up.
like it's pretty bad. This is a pretty bad just habit I've created for myself over time,
Mm-hmm.
thinking that like it's gonna benefit me at night because I'm like, I just need to get this done. I just want to get this done. I want to feel like I'm accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
And in some moments, like it has worked, right? Like in some moments, I'm like, oh, like it's so great to know that I finished this thing, especially when there is that pressing deadline.
Mm-hmm.
But it's come to the point where like even if there's not a deadline of tomorrow, I
Mm-hmm.
still stay up late, and I think it's just me in my head thinking like I just want to clear off one thing off my to-do
Mm-hmm.
list, and also not understanding how long one thing is going to take me,
There's no
and
limit.
thinking that it will take way little than it really does.
Mm-hmm.
um that has caused me to stay up really, really late trying to finish certain projects up, but then that only leads me to not being as productive the next day, because then I'm,
Your body's catching up with itself.
exactly, or either I get a migraine from it, like eventually something happens, there's a consequence to all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I just never learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Where my body is like, girl, what the frick are you doing to us? And I just continue doing it. And
It is a bad habit, but I feel like I'm guilty of doing that too. I maybe don't
so
do it as often as you, but like we were talking about literally 2 seconds ago. I think it's like your body and your mind competing on who's winning, who wants to win. Like, I need to finish this, but I also need sleep, and maybe sleep's not important to me right now, but I'm paying for it
yeah.
later. So,
I mean, when you're up at night and you finally feel like you hit that flow,
it's hard to stop
nothing
it.
is as important as you feeling like, oh, I finally hit the flow.
Nothing.
Because I feel like throughout the day, I'm always constantly thinking about crap. Like, I need to get this done. I need to get this done. And when it's nighttime and everybody's gone and it's just me and I can actually just get into that flow,
Your thoughts are free to
oh,
go,
that is like the best feeling in the whole
and
wide
you don't want to
world.
stop it because you don't know when the next time that's
You
gonna hit.
really don't want to stop it, because if it's flowing, like I have no idea
You don't know where the
when
limit
to get
is.
it back.
I feel like as an artist, it's good not to enable you, Tish. I'm not trying to enable you, but I feel like once you do hit that flow state, as the kids call it, um, it's you just have to go with it. I don't, because I'm guilty of this. You just have to
Not
go with
yet,
it.
don't.
I'm not enabling you. It's a very bad habit because I'm guilty of doing it too and waking up like 5 in the afternoon the next day, like, yo, why did I do that to myself? But I think we just have to cut off. All right, I started doing this a lot too. All right, my hard stop is 2 in the morning. I don't care how far I am. We gotta interrupt the flow because you need the flow is gonna come back. I think we just have to build up on the momentum. All right, when it's here, I need to go. And even if we don't have that flow on some day, we have to like build up the discipline. Okay, I'm gonna create with or without the flow, but I need, while I have this flow, I need to like sleep too. So like hard stop would be like, okay, 2:30 in the morning, and
But
I'm
it's also
stopping.
hard for me because when I do that, when I stop hard, like in the middle of a flow,
Mm-hmm.
I just think about it
That is
while
also,
I'm trying to go
yeah.
to sleep, and then I can't rest.
Mm-hmm.
So I still end up staying up late. You know what I
I
mean?
know
Like
what you
it's just like
mean.
a really bad cycle,
It
because then I'm
is.
not doing anything to actually like get rest,
Mm-hmm.
because I've just been, you know what I mean, trying to be productive for the last like 2 hours, and then out of nowhere I'm like, okay, I need to go to bed, and then I lay in bed and I'm like, wait,
I need to
but
do
my brain is
everything.
not prepared to go to bed.
I didn't do this, this, and this. I need to do
Exactly,
this,
like,
this, and this.
because I feel like it is easier when you, like, you know, take a shower, or like read a book, or maybe drink tea, like get yourself into the zone of going to sleep. However, when I use my nighttime as my most productive time, it like it all falls apart. You know what I mean? Because then I can lay in bed and I'm like, crap, my brain is going at like 100 miles per hour, and I'm thinking about 10 million ideas, and I cannot fall asleep for the life of me.
We just have to. I don't know how to fix that though. I wish we're gonna
How
have
do
to
we become
streamline.
morning people?
I don't.
'Cause
I
I
used
feel
to
like, how do
be.
you replace the nighttime?
I feel like you just have to move on like opposite sides of like the world, and like or like supplement that by like being opposite here, but you really can't because you work in the morning. It's very weird. I don't know. Maybe that's like a weekend thing, or like, but like we were talking about, you can't plan around a flow. So I think more important than a flow and get into that flow state, we just actually have to be disciplined and just do the thing even when we don't feel like doing it, which is hard. I'm saying this to me too, because I hate forcing myself to work, but I've been setting timers for myself, which has kind of worked. I set a 5-minute timer and then sketch for a little bit, and then okay, the timer went off, but I still want to keep going because I got into this like force yourself into the flow. I don't know if we can. I think I could. I think I got the flow forced by doing that because I don't want to stop drawing once I start. Once I force myself to start, so maybe that could help.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess it is like scheduling a specific time
But we're artists. We
of
don't do
when
that.
you're gonna create art.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's like having that discipline to do it, like whether it is at nighttime or
Mm-hmm.
whether it is in the morning before work or something, like to have that set time of saying this is my art time and showing up to it.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've not gotten to that place in my life where I just show up to making art every day.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Maybe
that
we
would
start
be a good
in the new year.
New year goal.
I think we could do that. I think because I'm speaking for myself too. Because I act like, oh, I need the flow. If it's not hitting me, then I can't create. But I can't create. I don't got the flow. But literally, that's hindering me from creating so much.
Yeah, but I do feel like the flow happens when you push yourself.
That is true.
To get working, even if you don't feel like it, and then the flow kind of just it's there amongst that. Like,
that's why the 5-minute
force
timer
yourself
works.
Into it. However, it takes time.
It builds up momentum because sometimes
like 1 hour sitting there, you're forcing yourself to do it, and then out of nowhere you're like, boom, I'm in it.
But that hour turns into 5 hours, and then the sun is coming up, and literally it's the cycle.
It feels so freaking good.
It does.
I don't like. There is a dopamine to like just working and then looking like stepping back and being like, oh,
I did it.
I'm glad of how it's turning out, and then the sun coming out.
It's for if we
and feeling like a morning person for 2 seconds of my life,
and then crashing.
I mean? Can even like walk outside, be like, wow, look at me, I'm
hear
so
the birds chirping,
and then you come back.
Oh, that is such a nice experience. You just sleep, yeah,
because the exhaustion hits. Like I think around like 11 p.m. around there, like the exhaustion hits you in the face,
and you're just tired. But that feels so nice, though.
And then you wake up at like 6 p.m. and it feels horrible.
I know.
It's like the whole day. There's problems.
Somebody
gotta like check me into facility.
No, because I feel like as artists, that's the thing. Ideally, that's what I want to do. Ideally, but we can't do that day to day. Hate that for us, but maybe let's be more disciplined. I don't know. I say this to myself, and I
be a vampire, just like completely forgo like the morning.
Yeah, I wish we could, because low-key I'm like, I think our best ideas for most artists, most people come at night. Like your brain is more active at night. Well, past like 5, I think your brain is more active and all your ideas flow to you. It's like being like in the shower. Like all your ideas just come to you, but at night. I don't know where I'm going with that.
But yeah, I guess just remember that I'm human and remember I need sleep and that it's okay to get some rest, and it's not weak for me to just like call it a night and go to bed, and that it may actually do my art some good to get some sleep instead of thinking that I can finish it all in one go, because I feel like that's how you just get burnout, that's how you stop showing up every single day to your art, and it's like, yeah, I'd rather show up every day to it than just give it one good night
Mhm.
of like creating really well and then being burnt out for the rest of the week
Mhm.
and trying to catch up. So,
That's a bar.
anyways, what's next on your list?
What's next on my list is okay, this one is be more consistent with creating. I feel like they all kind of flow together. Um I'm really good at making a plan somewhat, saying what I want to do and say this is what I need to do X, Y, and Z and building up to doing that plan and then just not even do the plan cuz I it's like
Yeah.
so many steps and it's so many like it's just like okay, I need everything needs to be perfect and I'm not consistent once I put out the plan. So I would start like executing the plan like step 1 and then by step 2.5 I'm like okay, I don't need to do anything more. And then the cycle repeats itself me and Tish were talking about this. The cycle repeats itself every like 2 to 3 months. And I keep starting and stopping and starting and stopping. I'm so tired of starting and stopping. I just want to be consistent.
How the heck do we walk the talk?
I don't know. Just actually do it, which is
Walk
which is
it
the
like
next
you
thing on my
talk it, walk
list.
it, walk it like you
Oh
talk.
my gosh.
However, but no, literally, how do you do that? I guess like what are your
That
thoughts on like actually doing that and putting that into play, like into practice?
it's actually literally the next thing on my list, I think, but I'm not gonna get to that yet.
I
But
gotcha.
I think it's literally just okay, I'm gonna do this, make it simple, make it streamlined. I'm gonna post one time a month. Start with that. Or maybe like a couple times a month. Just start with that build up, literally building up momentum, like we were talking about with your first thing on your list. Literally building up momentum and then okay, I conquered a month, one time a month. See if I could do couple times a week like that. I don't know what the momentum would be like, but literally building up momentum until you get to where you want to be actually. See, my goal was just to post over like abundance like over like a couple platforms twice a week, and I'm like I couldn't do that because I gotta create for TikTok, I gotta create for YouTube, I gotta create for Instagram, and I really don't want to think of all that. I just want to just one, I just want to create for fun, and two, I just want to be consistent with just plain old creating, whether I'm consistent with just creating or being consistent with posting. I just have to be stick to a plan and build up momentum. That's really where I'm at with that. And it sounds so easy said, and it is easy. I just don't do it.
No, I get you. Also, I think what's helpful is like create like having your host channel in a way,
Mhm.
like having like if you're gonna create videos on TikTok, just create everything on there, and then you can download those videos and post them onto Instagram.
Mhm.
So like just work on one
And I
platform.
haven't done
And
that
even if you
ever.
can only think about just posting on one,
Mhm.
just do that. Like just pick one platform
Mhm.
that you feel the most comfortable with and that you actually want to grow. And yeah, kind of like pick your host
You
channel.
see how easy you just said that?
But I
That
also
sounds so easy, and I think it is
I also
easy.
have not done this consistently.
Mhm.
I think I posted like 2 videos when I was back home for
Mhm.
like the first time in a really long time. But that
Mhm.
was because I was like to myself and had all this time
Mhm.
to just create. So,
But that sounds so.
yeah.
We can do it. I never thought about having a host channel. That's really smart, and just posting whatever you post. But I see people do it. I just never thought to do it myself. But I think it is simpler than what we're doing, and that's my whole thing of going back to like I just need to be consistent with that one thing, and then it will flow. Just
Yeah.
be even whether it's posting or creating. I just want to be consistent. Whether I be like, okay, I'm just gonna make one or two little art pieces this week or in 2 weeks. I just want to stick to that goal and do it as consistently as I said I'm going to. And I really do think it's easier said and easy done. I think it's just making the commitment and having that discipline to show up for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think we also overcomplicate it.
sure
Because I've been
do.
thinking about this for my own like social media platforms.
Mhm.
And I wonder like why it's so difficult for me to just talk on camera.
Mhm.
Um yeah, like just to be myself in front of like I feel like I think about so many ideas or like edit like cool reels I can edit or how can
Mhm.
I edit them and make them look cooler, yada yada.
Mhm.
But then I'm like, why don't I just freaking talk in front of the
Mhm.
camera? You know what I mean? And
Authenticity.
let people know who I am.
Mhm.
I don't know why that's so hard.
It is hard because
You
we're
know?
performing. It's
Like,
literally a
just see my
performance.
art, but don't like talk to me. Don't like expect me to talk.
I can't. No, I get what
Don't
you
expect me to
mean.
explain the piece too. Like, you
Mhm.
just see the piece.
Interpret it.
Interpret it in your own words.
It's all a. We were talking about this too. It's like literally all a performance, and I don't like performing. I just want to be here. I want to be in the space and be
Yeah.
me.
But that's why talking, right, is more genuine.
Hmm.
So it's like,
You're not really doing the bells and whistles. You're just coming
yeah,
up
it's
and being
just being
yourself.
yourself and explaining, like, hey, this is literally what's happening.
Mhm.
I have to work on this exhibition.
Mhm.
This is where I've gotten.
Mhm.
These are my struggles.
Mhm.
These are my goals.
Mhm.
Why the freak don't we do that? I mean, we're doing it right now, and
We
it's not
are.
that hard.
It's not.
And I feel
This
like
this
that's
is
what
what I'm
people actually
saying.
like,
Mhm.
right? Like, it's not this whole performative, like,
Mhm.
type content. I don't know. Maybe it is just, I don't
It's just
know.
really just us just doing it.
Yeah. And I guess just feeling comfortable in your own skin or like where you're at and
Yeah.
feeling, yeah.
I just ooh. But enough about me. Tish, what's on your? What's the next one on your
Honestly,
list?
this kind of goes along with even that. The next
Mm.
one on my list is having more gratitude.
Mm.
Um,
Like that. Love that
for
one.
where I'm at. Recently, I downloaded this app. It's called Gratitude Plus,
Mhm.
and not sponsored by. I don't know if we should be saying these names.
We'll figure it out.
Anyways, the app is pretty cool though, and basically it allows you to like invite different like friends or family or anybody you want to into the app, and you can create different circles.
Mhm.
So it's like I can see what my friends are posting every day, and they post like 3 things like gratitude
Oh,
that
that's
they have for
beautiful.
the day, and they can add little like photos and whatnot. So it's really, I don't know, I feel like it's a cool app. It's one of the better ones I feel like that I've seen.
Mhm.
And it feels really nice to just be able to say what we're thankful for
Mhm.
every single day and take a moment to do that. But I also saw this quote on my Instagram a while back that said like gratitude defeats stress.
Mm.
So I feel like, yeah, like you can be stressed out about all these things that you have to do, but um when you look at it in the perspective of like gratitude, it changes your whole mindset about it.
Mhm.
Because I can say like, oh, I'm stressed out about like these 10 million different projects I have to do, or I can be grateful that I even have them in the first place. And I feel
Mhm.
like that changes it. It also just makes it more fun, and I feel like it allows you to, yeah, just enjoy the process more of like what you're going through or like what you have in your life.
That's beautiful.
So I think with posting and everything, I think that also can shift the mindset of being like, I'm grateful for these things and I want to share it with people, instead of I have to do this, I have to be a
Mm.
content creator and I have to
Mhm.
perform in this way.
Mhm.
Instead, just being like, I'm so grateful for these things.
Mhm. The shifting. Okay, I like the.
Yeah. So like
Cause
shifting that
yeah.
mindset, and really like, I really don't spend enough time like journaling or just like
Same.
in gratitude. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why it's been more difficult for me to do that. Like it's so messed up. Like I feel like it should be easy to say like 3 things you're grateful for, but some days I feel so down on myself. I feel like I'm
Mhm.
like my biggest hater, and I just can't think of 3 things that I'm grateful for.
Mhm.
I mean, there's always, like the necessities, right? And I'm so
Mhm.
grateful for that, but I think some days I don't know what it is. I just feel so down on myself that
It's
I
just
don't even want to
human.
think about
It's human nature, friend.
what's happening or like, yeah. So definitely be more positive and like
I could
see
definitely
it in that
relate.
way.
Definitely relate to like need to show more gratitude because literally I was talking about this with Tish when we were walking to get food and I'm like, oh my god, the kitchen's getting repaired and I can't eat. But I'm like, damn, I'm thankful that our kitchen is getting repaired and it's gonna look beautiful at the end of it. Why am I being so grumpy? Because I can't. I was hungry, but like yeah, stuff like that. Like I'm thankful for yeah, not only the necessities and good point with like I'm thankful like that I can create and I'm thankful I'm grateful that I can show this to people and I have this talent that I can show to other people and people create community and all that within that instead of thinking like oh I have to post I have to do this X Y and Z to get X Y and Z to see let people see to see how people respond to my art instead of being like, okay, I'm grateful that I have art to post. I'm grateful that I can make things with my hands and just show them with the world, and I can see what other people show to the world. I think having that mindset would be easier, back to mine, to be more consistent instead of just the negative nature of that side of just social media wise. Oh, I gotta post. Need to post. For whatever reason I need to post. Nobody needs to post anything. Literally social media, this is a tangent and maybe we could talk about this another time. Social media is meant to be social. And I don't think duh, like duh, but like we
Why?
we don't use, I don't think a lot of people use it in that way anymore. At least not how it used to be. And I really want to get back to that. I did say that last year I was going to try to make in my head. So I was going to try to be more social on social media because that's literally what I started out doing. Just commenting on friends' posts and just interacting with people's stories and interacting with people's YouTubes and all that. And I'm like, I just stopped doing that for what? I don't know. Because performance?
Yeah. I'm really bad at like being, I don't know, like showing engagement and like
Mm-hmm.
commenting on people's I think
Same.
about it. I'm like, wow, that's so cool, but I never
But we don't
comment.
do it. Oh,
But I don't comment, or
I used to think that too. Like, yo, am I using? Should I use the right? Are these the right emojis to use on this post? Nope. Never mind. Delete, 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 and then just don't leave a comment at all. But like, I liked what I saw. I want to comment on like one of these artists who I follow. I'm like, oh my god, this is fire, fire emoji. I'm like, should I use this emoji? Cause like this is so generic.
I mean,
Back,
I
back,
feel like
back, back,
that's
back.
better than nothing, though. It's better
Yeah,
than not commenting at all. Supporting
true.
a little bit.
Cause I'll feel grateful. I'll feel grateful I got that comment, but performance of it all and everybody's looking at you. But I feel like we could dive into a whole another like a whole episode about
But that's
that.
real, though. That's actually so funny. Because it's like, I don't know. I've been seeing comments and I'm like, why didn't I think of this? This is so much funnier. Also, like people who don't have end caps,
Performance.
like they're just so funny and they're so cool. And I need to get in that level.
It's
Like,
literally
not
performance.
use any caps. You know
No
what I
caps.
mean?
Use
Like,
caps.
huh?
Use caps. Like all caps.
Not all caps, but like like the basic caps, like the
Gotcha.
first letter,
Oh,
first word.
very formal.
I don't know. I feel like your phone has that
Oh,
autocorrect.
that is true. I thought you
Do
meant
you
like
not use any
every.
caps?
I thought you meant like every like. Never mind. I'm
I
thinking
mean,
like every
sometimes I
word.
do that if I'm excited. I fear. I'm not that
It's literally.
cool. That's what I mean.
I'm
I'm not
performing right
cool.
now. I'm
I'm not
performing.
cool. I'm not chill. I'm not.
You are too.
Anyways.
It's very. I just. Oh, we could have like a whole
I'm
episode on that.
grateful for the caps, okay?
Let's be grateful for caps. Let's be grateful for caps. Yeah, my last one is my turn.
Yes.
My last one is literally goes back to being consistent with creating. My third one is think less, create more, which was on my New Year's last year. But did I do that? No. I kept thinking and thinking,
Okay,
thinking,
but is there
thinking.
one moment, like, is there a little bit of an improvement that you saw?
Honestly, not really. No, not at all. Because I think and plan, and I plan to do and create X, Y, and Z. Literally, it's a whole running notes like list in my notes app on stuff I want to create. And I think about concepts and I think about how I'm going to execute those concepts and literally don't do the concept. It's literally, we're literally like here, and I haven't done most of the things I set out to do because I kept thinking about it. And literally, if I just created more, forget the plan. Well, not forget the plan, but think less about the plan and actually execute what I wanted to do. I would have made so much art last year.
No, same. I overthought a lot.
And it's just what we do. It's just what we do. Well, not we. Let me speak for myself. It's what I do. I do that all the time, and it's like at the end of the year, what do you have besides thoughts? What, you can't show people thoughts. I mean, you can, but like, would you rather have what you wanted to create, or would you rather have the 50 million thoughts that you had and no
Yeah.
pieces behind it, or no creativeness, no art piece, no song, no written poetry? You just have thoughts at the end of it. That doesn't, not that it doesn't mean anything. It means a lot, but it's like
But I get
it's
you.
boneless. It's boneless.
Yeah. Do you get mad at yourself for like talking about your goals to people?
And not doing them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I feel like especially with my friends, like I feel like I always like go on rants of like what I want,
Mm-hmm.
and then I feel like such an idiot afterwards because I'm like I shouldn't have shared any of that. Because if I don't do it, I'm gonna feel like the biggest failure ever.
Yeah, I
And
do
that's
feel
like
like
a
that.
that's like a consistent cycle.
Because I remember us talking about this literally beginning of last year. Well, beginning of 2025. And I'm like, damn, Tish, I did say I was going to do X, Y, and Z, and I didn't do X, Y, and Z. Now that we're here in the new year, I didn't do that. So I think this year, yeah, like you said, I kind of feel like failure is because we were literally talking about what we wanted to
But
do.
I feel like we have created more.
We have
And I
created
feel like we're
more,
two different people talking right now than
in
we
a
were in the
sense.
last year.
I think I'm not going to take that away from us, and I'm not going to take that away from me. I just feel like, again, I planned more. I planned more than I did, and I think that's
Yeah.
like me being very honest with myself. I planned a lot more than I did, like for myself. Everybody else,
Yeah.
I could do it for everybody else. I planned a lot more for what I wanted to do, and I didn't do anything actually with what I wanted to do in 2025. I think. I don't think I created much for myself.
No, yeah, I feel that. I had a lot more goals than what I accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think like little progress over time. I do think
Definitely, yeah, it is.
I feel like we're sitting here as two different people.
I
And I
can say
can't
that,
like say
yes.
that I can't say that like with evidence in a way,
Mm-hmm.
but I can see it in our minds. I don't know, the way that we're talking, the way that like we're actually posting these episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Consistent.
y'all, this was just an idea, you know what I mean, a year ago, and I feel like we finally figured it out. I feel like we got more organized.
Definitely.
I
Oh,
feel like
for
we get how to
sure.
streamline these ideas a little bit more than last year. And yeah, I don't know, like I feel like last year we were just talking all these like ideas,
Which
but
we
we didn't
were.
really have a set way of how to accomplish them. And I feel like this year we know a little bit more how to. And I feel like
That's
we're
very
two
true.
different people talking about the same ideas.
That's very true.
But we are two different, and I feel a little bit more prepared
Okay.
this year
I get what you mean.
to do the things I wanted to do, whereas last year I really wasn't. Even like art making, I don't know why, but I feel like just like my ideas of why I want to create art have like like it started developing recently and not really before. Like I feel like art making has become a little bit more easier to like start a piece, to finish it out. It's become a little bit more easier, and I don't know why. I don't know how that changed. But something mentally did change. Maybe it's that frontal lobe. I don't know.
The
Like
25 kick in and it's you about to be
I'm
there,
still
so
24,
you still
but
you gonna get there though. But it
exactly.
kicked in like a couple months before my actual birthday.
So maybe there's something to that, because I feel like even when you ponder on these ideas, even pondering in them does do progress.
Yeah,
You know,
I'm not gonna
because the more
negate
you
that.
think about it, the more like
The gears
I
are
don't know, you're
turning.
forming how can I make this happen? You know, even if it's just in your mind, there like stuck to you like a freaking leech. You know what I mean? Like it's still there.
It's still there. It still
taking
nags
brain
at you.
energy, even if you're not doing anything about it, because it's still taking up your thoughts and your sleep, and it's taking everything away from
Boy
you.
howdy.
It's
Boy
eating away at your
howdy.
soul.
Boy howdy, because good God does that. It does it. And I'm like, I'm not going to negate our progress. Our progress with this, yes. Me personally, do I feel like I'm in the exact same position as I was in 2025? No. But like, I feel like it's 2%. Let me get myself 10% more credit because I am executing stuff. But I execute stuff because I have deadlines.
I did hear that deadlines are an artist's favorite,
You
like
told
best
me.
friend. But
But
so I
yeah.
guess it's, how do you have deadlines for the things that you want to accomplish instead of what other people want to accomplish for you?
I think it's just like, okay, this every day this month, this has to get done. And then you build upon that, which future Nayette, I hope I hope you're doing something like this, because what are we doing? But yeah, I think, not to negate that, I think we're making great progress.
Maybe we need to start being more stricter on each other.
Accountability buddies. Oh my God, it's gonna go crazy. Maybe we could talk about that.
Aren't you in an accountability group?
somewhat.
Well, hopefully that helps a little bit
I don't
this
think
year.
we didn't start the accountability part of it
Gotcha.
yet.
Well, once it starts, hopefully it
It's gonna
helps
get
a
real
little bit.
strict.
Helps
Yeah,
something.
I feel like it will because I'm like I grew up with honor roll kid and like okay I need to get this done by this date to get to get on the list and yeah, so maybe that does help.
That's definitely a whole nother topic we can talk about on this pod and get
Girl,
into that deep.
we can
Tea.
add that to the list.
Yes, straight up.
All right, Tish, what's your last one? What's your last one?
My last one is to focus on the process instead of the product.
Mm.
We were talking about this a little bit earlier, but also I guess like the product being like success, right? Getting more money,
Mm-hmm.
um, recognition, all these pieces you want to make, like basically just the success that you want to accomplish or where you want to get to. And instead of like that's all a byproduct of just creating more art and being in that process.
Mm-hmm.
And so focusing more on that, like focusing more on creating more art,
Mm-hmm.
being disciplined over that instead of focusing on the product of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I was also talking to Nayette about, I guess, feeling contentment in just where I am creating art
Mm-hmm.
and knowing that I'm using it in somehow, in some aspect, and that it's not just being, I don't know, wasted,
Mm-hmm.
wasting away, you know what I mean? With no, yeah, like just to create more art and just let that be that and see
Mm-hmm.
what comes of it, you know? Like,
Instead of focusing like this is what I want at the end of it, I just
yeah,
the
instead of,
flow of it all.
yeah, just be in the process. And I think that comes with the gratitude aspect as well. Um, yeah.
It's beautiful, Tish. We were talking about this earlier. I'm like, it clicked and it clicked for me. Dang, I should focus on doing that too. Like the enjoying of making the art, which I have been, just not with my personal projects. The enjoying of making it, and then you see what happens at the end of it when you put it out. If you put it out, you might not want to put it out. It might just be literally for you. I think, I think falling in love again with the process would be so great for us. Like, because
Word.
we used to do this when we were younger. Like, let me speak for myself. I used to do this when I was younger, just draw, just to draw, and being in love with just everything that you did. Every like time you colored in, like every time you did like a pen stroke or whatever, just literally loving that process instead of like the end result. Because if the end result was ugly, like, all right, it's ugly. Okay, next
Yeah.
period. I got math next. Let me focus on what I'm about to do for math. But yeah, what happened to us doing that? I think we just adulthood.
I mean, I think everybody just has this different expectations now, you know, where it's like, I don't know. I mean, especially like your parents telling you everything is like beautiful and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like that doesn't happen anymore.
Sure don't.
You know what I mean? Like my mom be looking at my pieces being like, you don't know how to do it either, don't you? And I'm like, no, mom, I don't. I really don't. Thank you for clocking that. Thank you very much.
Oh, she. I'm a
It was a real
Tish.
conversation. Like I feel like that's the new. It is no longer. Wow, that's beautiful, sweetie. Let me put this.
Your shading is
My mom is a
off.
huge supporter.
Oh yeah, of
Not
course,
to,
of course.
but I think the way she supports me is by, you know what I mean, making
Actually, being like, okay,
like giving me, yeah, like a critique, which I
mm-hmm.
do think is
It's
helpful.
helpful.
Sometimes I'm like, okay, well, damn, like
Oh,
this hit a little hard,
the
but
shading
she
on that,
is
it's off.
she is one of my biggest supporters, though.
Love
So.
that. But yeah, it's no more of like, okay, let me hang this on the fridge. You did such a good job. I did used to thrive. I used to thrive on like I would draw pictures for my father and he would hang it up in his office. And well, I could never see him hanging up, but like it was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna color this because he's gonna put in his he's gonna be so proud. There's no more of that. Duh, you know how to make art. Duh, just do something with it. Why are you showing me? But my father is also a big supporter of mine. But it's no longer that childlike. Yay, you did it! Gold star for you. It's like okay, you know how to draw.
Yeah.
What else? What are you doing with it? Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like I'd like to have more of a portfolio to back up
Mm-hmm. Which I feel like you have. We
than
just don't
some.
like physically put it in the
Yeah.
portfolio.
That's why I think a website would be helpful. Because then it's just having, like, no, I have a website. I
Mm-hmm.
have these things. And even if it's a couple pieces up, like, it's still something, to, like, show.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, just enjoy the process of it
I was
and
just about to
not.
say that. Enjoy the process of making the
Because I feel
website.
like the art really does speak for itself.
Oh, for sure.
Like, seeing people have, like, these big portfolios and stuff, like, I feel like that really speaks for it. Like, the skill it took, the
Mm-hmm.
amount of
The
time.
effort it took to make the website itself.
Yeah, like, all of that really speaks for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Excuse
and
me.
I guess just letting the art do the
Mm-hmm.
talking at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, you want to present yourself, and yes, you want to say hi, and yes, you want people to know you, but also just,
Let the art speak.
yeah, and just, yeah.
Yeah, this is just. I think that did, and I'm gonna take. I'm literally gonna take your New Year's resolution. Put a little asterisk on mine. Enjoying the process versus like the end product. I think would suit both of us, because falling in love again with the process of making art, I think would in turn get our flow state going again, and like because you're not doing it for an end result, you're doing it because you're falling in love again with the process, and that would get everything going for you again. It'll feel like it's midnight and you're going into 5 in the morning all the time, instead of it just being like specific times.
Yeah. And I've also heard, like, people making mission statements
Mm-hmm.
for their own personal, just projects and own personal, like, creative.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something I've been thinking about. Like, what is my mission statement for my personal pieces? Or, like,
Mm.
what actually keeps me making art or why?
Sheesh, yeah. I
Um,
was having a hard time with
and I
doing
think that
that.
can really change. Because also, like, if there was nothing, like, there was no need for it, or
Mm-hmm.
if we were in the middle of nowhere, like, would I still feel creative, or would I still find something to build, or would I still.
I think so. I think about that sometimes too. Like, if I didn't have any supplies, or if I had just a pencil and a paper, would I still be inclined to create art? And I feel like yes, because literally all in like when I was growing up, like in school, and you're not in art class, all you literally have, if you don't have like extra supplies, all you literally have is pencil and paper, and not even like just plain paper, notebook paper, or like on the side of whatever paper your assignment's on. And I literally used to just scribble on that and just draw. So I think yeah, I think we would be still create. Me personally, I think we still
Yeah,
would create.
I think so too.
Sheesh. This is like it took like a like not a heavy like turn, but like it just is just making me think more and more about like just being like the gratitudeness, the gratefulness, and being grateful and enjoying the process and focusing on the process instead of the product, which I think I've been a lot harsher with myself, and I think in turn I'm not grateful for the process because I'm harsher with myself when I am in the process. This is therapy. Thank you, Tish.
No, literally. But I also think as a child, like,
Mhm.
people allow you to learn something and really,
Mhm.
like, be in that.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like, even kids who, like, practice violin, you know what I mean, for hours a day after they come back home from school.
It's like some of them are hungry
Um,
for it.
yeah, like, I feel like as an adult, I think there's just so much pressure to focus on the product of it all
Mhm.
that, like, there's not enough time to, like, learn a new skill or
Girl
to
capitalism.
really be in that zone where you're just creating art and kind of, like, just learning your craft.
Mhm.
I think it's hard because there is so much pressure to just be quick with it and to
Mhm.
accomplish something, to get it done.
Mhm. To make money off of it,
Yes. And if you can't make money off of
it's
it, I feel
worthless.
like to everybody else it's an immediate failure.
Mhm.
But it does take time, and it does take time to learn that craft,
Mhm.
to be able to do, all that, the byproduct stuff of it all.
Mhm.
To be able to get there, you kind of do need to take a lot of time to
You
yourself.
do.
And it is like creating a new skill. It is like focusing and
Your
really
brain.
like
Your brain.
perfecting the
Mhm.
craft, you know what I mean, and what you do, and honing that in so you can continue creating.
I was just
Anyways,
that just bring that if we have time. It just brought up another point. I remember we were talking about like tapping back into like childlike wonder and like us creating. I think that's the reason why I fully can't tap into it, because I'm always focusing on the end product, because people want the end product. But when you were a child, you really didn't. You cared about the end product, but the process of making whatever you were making was so much fun. You like, by the time you get to the end product, whether it was boo boo or not, you like, I still enjoyed myself, and that's what counts. But as an adult, it's like, okay, did you make money off of it? Who cares about your
No,
process?
you suck.
Exactly. Like,
Give up.
give up. Did you make $1 off of this? No. Go back to the drawing board. Forget your process. Make money off of it, and then we'll talk. But that's why I'm like, yeah, that's why I think I was having a hard time going back to like tapping back into childhood, because that's where I felt like I was the most creative, and it was untapped and unsoiled. And now I can't get back into that because I'm an adult with people wanting to know what the end product will look like. I want to know what the end product look like because of that pressure. I feel like this is so privileged to be talking about this. In a way, not. I just feel like this is like one of my worries, and other people are worried about like other things. But we're literally talking about art. I don't know why I trailed off into that.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like,
Re-emphasize.
this is like one of the things I'm worried about in terms of like art. But I'm like, okay, it's other people going through like really major stuff, so maybe this I'm complaining too much. Going back to the gratitude of it all, like, yeah. So, but it's again, we're having like a conversation about literally art. So, I'm trying to
But
find
no,
that
you're
balance.
right. Like we are in a privileged position to even create art. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And to think about that and to think
Mhm.
about how to implement it into
Mm.
our lives.
Mhm.
So I think just being grateful for that as well. Because not everybody,
Not everybody can think about this
yeah.
in this way and
And then
have the freedom to.
exactly, yeah.
Oh,
And I
excuse me.
also think like, I think creative people find a way to create no matter what
That's a bar.
situation you're in.
Mhm.
So, so I think it speaks to all creatives in general, just like just yeah, creating even when you have nothing, you know what I mean? I feel like
Yeah.
still I don't know, like people take rocks and make like rock sculptures
Yes.
and then and it's not even permanent. You know what I mean? I feel like art doesn't even have to be permanent.
That's a
So
oh, that's a ooh, Tish with a word. That was a good way to that was a good way to end. All right. Thank y'all for listening. See y'all in the next one.
yes, and happy New
Happy
Year's.
New Year. Was that too abrupt?
No, I think it was good.
Okay, because I'm
We
like,
did go for a long time.
which I think is better. Artworks After Hours is brought to you by Artworks Trenton,
the capital city's creative hub that fosters artistic diversity and creates programming that's accessible to all.
For more information, go to artworkstrenton.org.